The newest release for the best game GW has ever made is here.
Spiky Bits.
Well, clearly you know where my biases are. Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Baer from SpikyBits.com, and we got new Titanicus. I can't remember a last time that I got to talk about Titanicus here on this channel, but I love it. I love this game. I think it's a really cool game. If you're not playing Adeptus Titanicus, there's 3 of us, possibly 5 out there playing this game. It's definitely worth checking out. I know it's a little harder to find opponents these days and actually play games with other folks. But that being said, you know, hopefully when the world restarts, it will get a little easier. So this is a great game. Take my word for it. It's a great game. Definitely check it out. So this kit here, this is an interesting offering by Games Workshop. So this is a dual kit. You get 4 models in here. The Lastus Cerastus class. You're gonna get 2 Acherons and 2 Castigators. It's basically the same sprue twice, right? So it's $65 retail. However, the Lancer, the Knight Lancer that came out, I want to say back in January, or maybe it was January last year. I don't know. I can't remember anymore. Regardless, that kit was $35. So if you multiply those by 2, you get 70. Technically, this is cheaper, but you have to buy more, which thus is the Games Workshop way. You have to spend money to save money when it comes to Games Workshop. That's the way their hobby works. I say it like it's a joke, but it's more of a laugh cry. Anyways. Back to this. You can always get your hobbies for less, of course, from Dice Head Games, or you can always check them out over on Amazon. It's very hit or miss these days, just across the board on stock. But usually on new releases, everything is pretty much in stock everywhere, at least, you know, kind of on the first week. So let's get this bad boy open and take a look at the brand new Tiny Knights. So the contents are as follows. You're going to get an instruction sheet. You're going to get the Titan terminal right here, which they just started putting these inside the actual boxes. I don't know why. Maybe sourcing the cards on the heavier cardstock was just too much for them. Maybe they weren't selling. I don't know what the case was, but I definitely like this new way of getting your Titan command terminals. Now we're going to talk about more of that here in a second, but I want to show you the components of the box. You're going to get 4 50mm bases, Titanic or Knight Questors. Is this Questors? No, this is Cerastus sheet from 2018. So when the Lancers came out, I guess it was 2018. So it was the year, not last January, but the year before. And then you're going to get 2 of the same identical Cerastus sprue right here. Getting back to talking about the command terminals real quick. Like I said, I do like this configuration. They started this with the new starter set that came out last year at some point, and you can download all of the bigger Titans from their website. And we've got a link on SpikyBits.com. I don't know it off the top of my head. Just free Titan command terminals. You know, searching Google, you'll probably find it. And you can print them off if you weren't able to find the extra ones back in the day. I suppose it might have affected their sales if people couldn't get the rules to actually literally play the game with their models. So fast forward to today, love this. This is a great idea. You're only going to get one of these in a box. Now, I did a whole tutorial on how to make your own magnetized command terminal. So the little peg system is a little wonky, and I don't like it because if you bump the table, you know, things go crazy. But what you can do is you can get some magnetic chipboard, I think it is, or maybe this is poster board. Either way, just do a Google search for, and I'll put it in the links below. I'll put it in the description. I'll put it probably in the comments and everything like that, so you can get an idea of exactly what I'm talking about, what it takes to make these. It's super easy. There's a magnetic sheet that you can buy. It's very flexible, and I cut it out to be about the size of a normal command terminal right here. You can cut it with scissors, and then you just get the little thumbtack magnets, and you can literally make and keep track of all your damage, all your plasmas and everything like that, all of your damage chart, your criticals over here, and then you can switch out. You know, if you blow up one of your weapons, you can move that all around right there and keep track of your center as well. With the Knights, there isn't quite as much to keep track of. It's just basically boom, and then boom, and then boom, and that's pretty much it. I double-sided taped these, so if you need to check your points, that's basically all that's on the back, I think. It's just the points for the different classes. But, you know, if you have some sort of army builder program or something like that, it's really not hard to point up a whole mana pool to play with right here. So just keep that in mind. If you don't like the system that GW currently has for that, I think it was like $30 in printouts and supplies, and you basically have an army's worth of magnetic command terminals. It saves you so much time. I have these literally pre-set up, ready to go in my army box, and I just put all my Titans, put all my command terminals, and figure out what mission we're playing. Back to the actual product that's coming out this week. Like I said, 2 identical sprues in here. Now, we're going to take a closer look at how posable these guys are. I don't think they're quite as posable as I would personally like. They're obviously not going to be as posable as a Forge World resin, unfortunately, but they are smaller. You know, I think Titanicus is about quarter scale. Like if you take a Warlord Titan in Titanicus and you stack 4 of them on top of each other, it will literally be as tall as a Forge World Warlord Titan. I may have tried it just to see, but yeah, it is about the same. So I think it's quarter scale when it comes to this. So in theory, if you take 4 of these, they would be as tall as, I haven't done that yet. Maybe I'll have to try that one. So posability wise, there's 2 sets of legs in here, and the legs are not what is the same, or excuse me, they are interchangeable. It's the top torsos that and the heads that are different, and the shoulders actually, for the Cerastus class. So you can assemble all this, and that's fine, that's good to go. But maybe once you get to the top here, once you attach all your wiring and all your legs and everything, and you start putting together your torsos, which are inherently going to be the same until you figure out which weapon system you know, is going to go on each one. That's where it gets weird, because your shoulder pads are actually different. You have these flat ones for the Acheron, and you have these kind of like segmented ones for the Castigator over here, and then of course the weapons are all different. I do like that you can, it looks like you can swivel out the close combat weapon here, but as far as, let's flip back here and take a look. As far as this, you can swivel this a little bit, but you're only going to have so much play with the hoses and the ammo feed on the Castigator as well. So just kind of keep that in mind. You have a little bit of posability and a little bit of play, but a lot of your posability for this model looks like it's going to come at the joint, the hip right here, at the waist, so to speak. So there's the 2 different configurations with the 2 different leg loadouts. So of course you can put that top on that legs and that top on that legs, and in theory you'll have some really cool looking ones, and then like I said, just twist them at the waist and you'll have some different looks. So let's get them together and kind of compare them to some of the other stuff that we already have done and painted up here, and give you some thoughts from there. Or I can slow down and show you the actual sprue too, I suppose. There's always that. So like I said, same sprue, you just get 2 of these in the box. You can see for the most part, a lot of it's mirrored over here with your top torso pieces and things like that over the way out to here. And then they start subbing in the different shoulder pads and things. But everything seems to be loaded out. And I can't wait for the day when and I guess it probably doesn't work, because what I'd really like to see from Games Workshop is that, you know, things go in order. Like, I know part 1 is here, I know part 10 is over here, and then vice versa backwards all the way down, but then they have to go back and re-engineer the whole instruction booklet. But I think it would be easier to locate parts, because how many times do you stare at a sprue and you're like, okay, I need part 10, I need part 10, I need part 10, I need part 10, and instead of just being like, okay, well, I know part 10's about over here, you literally, where's part 10? I don't even know. I need part 10, I need part 10. Part 10's right here, like way down here at the top, at the bottom right. So like, I feel like it just make assembly a little bit easier, but that's just nitpicky, of course. And then, you know, leg pads and things. So a lot of similar parts, a lot of different parts. You're gonna have to hunt for them. It is what it is. But 2 of the same sprue. All right, now let's take a look at one build. And here's a Castigator all assembled up. So like I said, I really like the design of this and the interchangeability. Puttied this at the, or blue tacked it at the bottom to give you an idea of the different like poses and things that you can do with the 1 set of legs. And then I'm not exactly sure which one I want to glue down where. Now, as far as magnetizing the arms, you actually could, in theory, if you wanted maybe, you know, to run more of one particular type, but you're only going to get 2 in here, you only get 2 sets of this in here, and you're only going to get 2 Castigators in 4. So I don't know why you would. This back here is kind of cool because these basically just kind of attach, and through tension they just kind of stay on. So if you need to keep them on there and then, you know, to paint them, just kind of glue them in later, you could. And then here's the Acheron, which I also think is a really neat posing opportunity wise here, because on this set of legs, you know, you can have the arm kind of swept back and out to the side. And then the same thing with this, but, you know, again, you don't have to glue down the weapon system, which is kind of neat to see. It just kind of slots in through tension. if you just kind of glue everything at the normal length right there. So how do they compare to the Lancer? Well, we actually have a painted up Lancer right here, so it looks like they're pretty much the same. And well, there's the staggered legs right there. So we've seen those in the past. I actually forgot to grab my other one, but if I had to guess, I would say that the other one is the other leg stance right there. So there's only 2 different sets of legs for the Acheron class, or the Cerastus class rather, but with a little flipping at the top and at the waist and things, you can do a lot of cool stuff. And let's take a look how these compare to the regular Questoris Knights. Oh, it's a baby. It's so cute. Look at that little guy right there. Oh, they are adorable. And how's he compare to the Big Daddy Warlord? Well, yep. Comes up to the knee. Very, very cool stuff. So far, so good. I'm liking it. Box of 4 of these, $65. So you got to spend money to save money when it comes to Games Workshop. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching our unboxing review of the new Cerastus Knight for Adeptus Titanicus. Make sure you get your Hobbies for Less from dicehead.com, or of course you can always check out the sellers over on Amazon. 1 Knight Titan, 2 Knight Titans, 3 Knight Titans, 4 Knight Titans. They're quarter scale.